Hey all you cool cats and kittens, I hope that you're doing great and that your families are too. I'm looking forward to talking to you about a number of different things today, including, but not limited to, side planks, crafternoon projects, and keeping the sun in your heart. But before we get into all that, let's practice our breathing. Today we're going to go back to 4, 7, 8. And I know this is tricky for quite a few of you, and that's totally fine. Just do the second amounts that works for you. We want you to breathe deeply, but we don't want you to pass out. So take your time and do what you can do. As a quick review, we're going to breathe in through our nostrils for 4 seconds. We're going to hold it for 7, and then we're going to slowly exhale through our pursed lips for 8. Ready? Get your shoulders nice and loose. Sometimes when we would start class, we would do things like this. That's not a bad idea. Remember, we just kind of want to have our shoulder blades and our elbows and our arms nice and relaxed. Okay, get into a comfortable posture. You'll again notice that today I'm wearing my athleisure because I'm going to be meditating, I'm going to be doing some stretching, and I just want to be comfortable. All right, here we go with 4, 7, 8. Ready? Begin. Great job, Bobcats. I'm proud of you, and I hope that you're feeling better already. So, a couple of things that I want to talk about. 1, it's true that we've had quite a few rainy days this week, and that can be tough. I know that I get a little bit anxious if I don't get to have as much outdoor time. I know that my friend Scout here gets anxious if he doesn't get to have his outdoor time. It's tough, and we like the sun, most of us, and we haven't had a lot of it lately. But I want to encourage you and remind you that the sun will come back, and so too will the sunny days when we can all be together. But right now we're kind of in the middle of things, and there have been some gray days. Something that can help you when it is gray outside and when you might feel kind of sad is a couple of things that we've been talking about this week on Schoology. 1, a craft project. People have actually done research about children, teenagers, and adults, and they actually really find across the board that people who make time for things like creating something and having an outlet and doing things like the paper rose activity that you all are working on, and I'm loving seeing what you come up with, and I hope that you're feeling proud of your work, that this actually really helps your mental health. And it helps you to feel positive, it helps you to feel good about yourself. With the craft project where you're making the paper rose, I just want you to keep in mind one main thing that my friend taught me years ago. He would tell me, excellence, not perfection. Meaning, we're not trying to make a perfect paper rose, but we want it to be excellent. We want to take our time, we want to revisit it. If you're feeling frustrated, as Ms. Allison wrote in the directions, take a deep breath. Go for a walk, do something different, come back to it. You've got a week until they're due, okay? Miss Allison worked really hard to take those different pictures of her doing the craft, and what we were thinking is that these will be done by the end of next week. Hopefully you can give your paper flower to someone special. That might be a mom for Mother's Day, it might be a sibling, it might be a friend. Just be thinking, might you gift that flower to somebody, okay? The other thing that I want to talk with you about, importance of some exercise. So obviously I don't want to do a whole video of me showing you how to run. You don't want to see it, I don't need to do it. But I do want to show you something that I do with my runners in the fall, and it's called a side plank. And it's just a good exercise that you can do in your rooms, in your living room, in your home, etc. So what you're going to do, it's a pretty quick process, is you're going to get on one side. It doesn't matter which side you start with. And basically you want to stack one foot on top of the other. You want to have your elbow perpendicular to your shoulder. So it's going to go facing out that way. Okay, it's okay if you don't get this perfect. All right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to lift your hips. Okay, and if I'm doing this right, I should feel that my side here, my flank is pretty tight, and this is tough. Okay? Then I'm going to reach this arm up, and I'm going to look at that hand and try to keep it steady. And I'm going to count for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you can't do the full 10 seconds, that's okay. Do what you can do. And then you're gonna flip sides. You're going to, Scout's watching me to make sure that I do this correctly. You're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna stack one foot on top of the other. You're gonna make sure that your elbow is perpendicular to your shoulder here. You're gonna lift, you're gonna look up, and you're gonna count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? So those are things that you can practice at home, and I'll show you some more exercise, and Miss Allison is working to find some more crafts that you can do, crafternoons as we like to call them. The last thing I just want to say before I let you go, Bobcats and Bob Kittens, is what I said about keeping the sun in your heart, which is something that my friend Gisela taught me, who actually lives in Germany. To me, when she tells me to keep the sun in my heart, I take that to mean try to remain positive. Focus on the things that you're thankful for, even when there might be grayness or sadness or just kind of like a heaviness around you. Recognize that there are things inside of you that are beautiful and things around you in the world that are as well. Things like hard work, things like kindness, things like creating different activities and crafts, things like spreading joy and cheer, taking good care of yourself by making sure, for example, that you're getting your sleep, that kind of stuff. Okay, so just make sure that you're doing your best to be good to yourself and good to others. Please always, last note I promise, feel free to email me if there's anything that I can do for you. I had a great time today actually doing a Schoology conference with a couple of students. So if that's something that you're interested in, if you just kind of want to like touch base and kind of talk in real time, I would love to do that. Just email me. Let me know if there's anything I can do to support you. And again, I promise to get to you in 24 hours, okay? Have a terrific day. I'm looking forward to being in touch with you, and I just hope that you are in good spirits. Remember, keep the sun in your heart. I know I'm going to. Bye.